You know, the words longevity and NFL usually don't go hand in hand. There are a few exceptions, though. One of them is Saints head coach Sean Payton. Now, he was asked this week after OTAs, have 13 years as Saints head coach gone by quickly? He had to correct the reporter and said, 1 year did, referring to Bountygate. Yeah, this will be Sean Payton's 12th season as head man for the Black and Gold, the third longest tenure of any head coach in the NFL, tying him with Green Bay's Mike McCarthy. But come on, Coach, has it gone by fast?
They've run together a little bit. I mean, some of the years, and yet, I think, you don't really have that much time to think about it. You're on to the next challenge, and the players that you have here. I think it's one of the great things about what we do is we're around young men that like to compete, and you don't ever take that for granted.
The Saints head man was hired 3 presidents ago when a Bush was in the White House, and Twitter was merely a baby. But 13 years later, Payton remains hungry, but is it a challenge to continue to keep his message fresh?
Look, one of the challenges sometimes is feeling like I've already given them a message. They've heard it already, when in the reality of things, it might be just Brees and Morstead that's heard it.
Yeah, only Drew Brees remains from Payton's first Saints team back in 2006. A healthy mix of veterans and rookies back then. These days, Payton's Saints are a whole lot younger. So does that mean he has to coach them that much harder?
I'd like to think that we coached hard last year. I think that you've got to pay attention to the details, and there's certain things that you approach differently with the team coming off of some success, and yet I think I know that there's a hunger in everyone's mouths just from, the way the season ended a year ago for all of us.
Payton was 42 when he was hired in New Orleans, but enters this season 54 years young, energized by his roster chock full of young stars, but finishing up another round of OTAs. Did he learn anything more about his team the past month?
Yeah, I would say yes. I mean, look, there's not only the influx of new rookie players that you're beginning to get to know, but also the veteran players that weren't here a year ago.
So Payton found out some about his football team during OTAs, but he's going to find out a lot more in the coming months with mandatory minicamp coming up next week and, of course, training camp for the 12th time under Sean Payton in late July. In Metairie, Mike Nabors for CST.